Hi there, I am Tanya Rindiger, and today I want to share something very personal about my life that happened this week, when I spiraled out of control. And if you have complex PTSD like myself, you totally know what I'm talking about. But I'm hoping by sharing this that will help you or your friends and partners to understand that a little bit better as well. So let me give you that example. So I've had a rather rough day to start with. Like for starters, my coach that I've been working with for a long time and had a tremendous impact in my life. He's leaving and he's changing. So I was a bit sad to start with. But for some reason, over the time, my partner and I have been messaging in the morning. And that particular morning, I didn't get a message. Okay, so you know where that goes. And so it spiraled for me. Initially it was just, I didn't know, did something happen, but that was the first thing. But then it instantly goes into this rejection, and I went into a full emotional flashback. Not just was it the coach, then it's the partner, and then all in a sudden we feel like the whole world is rejecting us. We're this, that whole sense that we had in childhood of feeling worthless and useless, and that non-existing feeling, being unlovable, all this comes up in a bang, and we're just spiraling out of control. And it's really, really intense emotions. Like the day before, I was happy as, and just those two incidents spiraled me out of control that I couldn't actually function. And I'm working on a PhD at the moment, so I'm writing a thesis, and I'm meant to focus and write and stuff, which I normally can do, but I just could not focus at all. But because I trained myself so much in trying to stay present, come back, you've just been triggered, it's a flashback, there's no actual real evidence that I'm totally rejected by the whole world or that I'm unlovable. And I kept telling myself, okay, get yourself out of it, get yourself out of it. And it still doesn't help. So I went for a walk, and I do this walk all that time where I just go and focus on what can I see, feel, hear and sense. Okay, so I go on this walk and it's hard. I can't stay focused. I can't keep concentrating on those questions. And I do this exercise all that time. It just does not happen. And there's this one bush where it has these stunning flowers. And I walk past and I admire these flowers all the time because they're so beautiful. And you walk past those flowers and there's just nothing. There's no sense of joy seeing those. It's like someone pulled the plug on you. It is like that. And no matter how much you know that the day before you really enjoyed seeing those flowers, when you're having emotional flashbacks, it's gone. And on those days, if I actually manage to write things down and I read through what I've written down a couple of days later, the sentences, not only that they don't make much sense, but there's words missing, or I put two words kind of somehow weird together. So it's almost like I have some weird form of dyslexia, but it's not. It's an emotional flashback. It's the PTSD symptoms. And that's so often people who don't have PTSD don't actually understand how severe this is, that from one moment, like I said, I'm writing a thesis for my PhD, so I'm not stupid, I know that. But when all this is happening, our brain isn't actually functioning. The neuronal pathways, I don't know, they're not sparking. Someone's pulled a plug on you. But because I've done so much exercises and I worked so hard on this, and thankfully I have a very understanding and supportive partner as well. So just to point it out, he actually just fell asleep. That's why I didn't get that message. But that's a totally different story. But when to get at is that initially when I was diagnosed with the PTSD, it was weeks for me to get out of this. Okay, well now I was a bit cranky with myself, but then I reminded myself, okay, I had a whole day, and from feeling like someone pulled the plug at me, being, instantly falling into these real severe depression, suicidal thoughts and stuff, just in a flash. But because I worked so hard, I did not need any extra medication. I did not have to schedule an appointment with my psychiatrist, an extra one. The next day, I woke up. I was happy again. It was really bizarre. I had joy. I was looking forward to things again. It was just there again. It's like someone pulled the blood back in. So I just want you to really, really understand that, well, initially when you're diagnosed, it feels like this is never going to end. You're constantly stuck in this, and you always have that sense of being unplugged and those really severe depression that we go through. But it does change, okay? So stick with it. Keep it up. Work at it. Never give up. It does get better, okay? It can go, like I said, it used to be weeks, a month, and I needed extra medication, extra therapy sessions, and all the rest of it to help myself to just survive, get through, to now being able to get myself through like that. So I hope this helps you to feel like you're not the only one who goes through that. I hope it sparks some hope for you too, that this will get better for you. You know, there is light at the end of the tunnel if you stick at it. And hopefully it helps some of your friends and family members or partners to understand you a little bit better, and hopefully they can support you through those times as well. So with that, lots and lots of love and rainbows to brighten up those tough times. Bye for now.